Welcome into the posthumous possums in this trashy world. We are offensive points, and we are on Fantasy Six Pack, guys. We have Week 4 game previews for this week, so we're going to dive into all the games on the slate, give you our favorite plays, and just general banter back and forth because that's what keeps it interesting. Josh, Billy, what is up?
Dude, I'm just excited to talk about football again, guys. That week off hurt me more than I think it hurt the listeners. Although we did get a couple people here that was like, "Where you at? You live?" I think 2 or 3 people reach out to me like, "Yeah, man, sorry, things didn't work out. I had a work event. Joe was changing the water in his fish tank, and Billy was,
sitting here lonely."
Sitting here lonely. Actually, Billy was the only one.
Aquarium care is something that not many people take seriously, but I do. And I think we really need to have a PSA. Take care of your fish, clean your tanks, make sure that your rocks are sterile before you put them in the tank. Just come on, people.
Get 6 beta fish and put them in the same tank. See which one's the winner. Keep him.
Yes.
Just saying. But no, actually, just this time of year is great because we're starting to actually see like actual trends, actual data. Like we see what's happening. Now, obviously, the number ones in every category are probably all going to switch at hands very soon. But we are starting to see who might actually have that number one season. And I'm kind of looking forward to chatting about that this week.
Yep. Sorry if you got bit by the injury bug. I did.
Right,
it sucks. Last 2 weeks have been rough. Hopefully this week 4 will be better for you and me.
Definitely so. All right, guys. Actually, without further ado, let's just get right into these previews. I'm excited. We got a big slate this week. We got a morning game on Sunday, which is always fun. We've got a double Monday night game, fun. Like, I don't know. I kind of like this part of the schedule because like it just feels like there's football going on all of the time. And then Monday, if you get one dud game, you might get another good game after that. I kind of like duo Mondays too.
I'm leaning heavily into the duo Mondays because it's fun having a last minute point scorer or that last little hopeful, even if it doesn't work out. You're like, I got the kicker and I need 14 points. It could happen. He usually is going to miss a field goal, but at least you have the hope. That's what matters.
It's true.
It's all about having the hope.
All right. Well, first game on the schedule for this Thursday night kickoff is the Seahawks versus the Cardinals. Now, on one hand, this could be a really, really good matchup. However, these two defenses have really been showing up and showing out these last couple weeks. So, Joe, are you afraid this is going to be a defensive matchup, especially with James Conner out? What are you envisioning for the Cardinals, especially?
Man, I absolutely hate Thursday night games to begin with, and I absolutely hate Thursday night divisional games, secondly. And thirdly, divisional Thursday night games with good defenses. It really sucks. I don't know. I think for the Cardinals specifically, I think the Seahawks give up 7 receptions a game to running backs. That's the second most in the league. So Trey Benson, he caught 3 of his 4 targets last week. Should be a very solid start for you. I do think that he has a very stingy matchup on the ground against the Seahawks, so be careful with him. Don't be expecting like a world-beating game for his first start. Trey McBride is in for an absolutely huge day. The Seahawks have already allowed 3 touchdowns to tight ends. I expect that to continue. And then you have your third tough matchup in a row for Marvin Harrison. So I would honestly consider sitting him this week. The Hawks probably have Julian Love and Devin Witherspoon back this week. So I guess start Kyler because you probably have to. But I'm really only excited about Benson and McBride.
Yeah, I think this is actually still a decent matchup for Kyler. I think people are worried about he's been pretty mid to start, to say the least, 10-ish, 12-ish points in a game, 15, depending on your scoring. Now he can do better. Like, there is a breakout game coming, and I could see this one turning into a shootout. Like, both defenses are stingy. I mean, the Cardinals haven't scored more than 20-something points to say the least. So we haven't had a shootout game with Kyler yet, and I think that benefits him and Marvin Harrison. Obviously, Trey McBride and Trey Benson are matchup proof at this point, or at least fantasy-wise. You're playing them. I'm sitting Kyler this week for Bo Nix, but that's because he's got a juicy matchup. But I don't recommend you sitting Kyler if you have him. I think that there's just this breakout game just looming right now. And Marvin Harrison, I do understand if you have better options, which you probably do, unless you got hit by the injury bug. But wide receivers actually remained pretty decent. It's running back and QB that's really been kind of in that really hit area right now, which, man, the last 2 weeks has been brutal for injuries. I hate to see it. I hate to see James Conner potentially maybe the last snap we ever seen him play. The transition was kind of already happening for Trey Benson, though, at the end of the day. Like, Trey Benson was already kind of outscoring and outperforming Connor. Kind of looking forward to seeing what he does with the full workload. Amari DeMercado's super fun speculative ad, where I always tell people add a running back at the right before the season or right before the game start if you have an IR shift or someone you don't want on your team anymore. I don't expect anything big, but you never know. I mean, what if Trey Benson goes down? What if DeMercado has a bigger role? But just something to think about. Just a little tidbit there for free agency news.
For sure. And then on the Seahawks side, like, it was pretty tough sledding against the Saints. Like, they did put up 44 points, but it wasn't pretty. Like, Kenneth Walker only had 30 yards on the ground. Like, obviously, JSN still balled out, but like, other than him, it's kind of like tough sledding. I know a lot of people added Torrey Horton this week, and more power to you if you want to start him in this matchup. I feel like that's a very risky situation there. The one I'm interested in, and I know you guys probably like saw it too, but the second running back, if Charbonnet doesn't play, which I don't know if they've said exactly if he's
in. He doesn't even have his injury designation on Wednesday.
But this George Holani guy, I feel like he's somebody that even in dynasty rosters might be available right now. And seeing as how he was involved even in the second quarter of the game against the Saints, like, that might actually be a good ad if you're on dynasty right now. Like, I don't know. He may have been picked up everywhere. I didn't
see him picked up in a single league.
But that was very eye-opening that it was like 16 rushes for Kenneth Walker, 10 for George Holani. If Charbonnet does go down again, or if Kenneth Walker gets his inevitable injury, like, I think that guy might actually do something this season. I don't know. It is interesting. But obviously this matchup, no.
Yeah.
No, I'd say
he's an interesting dude, man, because, I mean, he was behind Ashton Genty, right? So we didn't really get to see. We don't really know what he was coming out of school. But he looks good on this team. I'm really worried. Guys, sell Kenneth Walker, please, for love of God. It was 60-40 in Charbonnet's split to begin with before the injury, and we saw Illinois, or whatever the hell his name is, get right back in there and take a lot of those snaps from Kenneth Walker. So get rid of him, sell him. He's a free agent next year. You could try buying him in a dynasty for cheap once he falls off the cliff that he's inevitably going to fall off of. But
I don't
just
disagree.
my 2 cents.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you, but I'm starting to think that this is the run blocking for the offensive line at this point, because Charbonnet, Holani, no one's been having success, and these defenses they're playing are not good. Like, it's not like they're in the backfield way faster than. I haven't seen a Seattle game like close up yet, so I'm looking forward to this Thursday night game just to kind of see this offense in play. But I'm not super worried about Walker. He's always going to get his. I just think that they're really leaning into the split. I think Charbonnet is a startable option in certain formats, especially if you were hit by the injury bug. I also think that we need to chill out on Cooper Kupp hate. We're one game removed from 9 targets and 90 yards. I'm not saying
I agree. It was a weird game script. It was a weird game script too. Like,
and also they didn't really need to use Cooper Kupp, so like, why wouldn't they? But this game, I think, will be scrappy, division matchup, could be a shootout, could turn into that at some point. Kupp's going to get his, and him and Torrey Horton pretty much had the same amount of targets. He just got a touchdown, same yardage. It wasn't much. So I just feel like Cooper Kupp's still a flex option, as he kind of always is, and until further notice, I think you can play him. But it's really just JSN for this team, and then their running backs. Walker start, and then Charbonnet is a flex option. But maybe see Charbonnet in action first before you start putting him in. I think you should be able to be okay without him. But if, once again, he's also another person I've seen dropped in leagues. People thought that injury was way more serious than it is. So I think Sharp's a good pickup at the very least.
For sure. All right. Who do you think wins this game?
Seahawks.
I'm going to take Arizona. I think they finally get back on track.
I think Arizona gets scrappy too. I don't like the way they lost last week. I feel like this week they're going to have karma back in their favor.
Seattle's easy, but probably the better buy though.
We are headed to Dublin, Ireland for the over the seas game this weekend for the Minnesota Vikings versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Vikings actually present an interesting opportunity because Jordan Addison is officially back this week. He has served his 3-game suspension, so he'll be back. I think that last game, we're just going to kind of throw that out. They dominated the Bengals from the very start of the game, and it wasn't really anything worth watching for most of it. I mean, they even flipped it off at the bar we were all watching at. So that was kind of nothing. So we didn't even really get to see how good Carson Wentz was because he wasn't even usable. Like he didn't really do anything. So I do think that this is a great spot for Carson Wentz because he's got all of the weapons that he needs right now. And I love the way Jordan Mason was cooking against that Bengals defense. And the Steelers, we've seen it with Justin Fields. And Breece Hall tore him up in week 1. And I don't know. I like this spot for the Vikings to get things rolling. And I really think, although these overseas games can sometimes turn into a snooze fest, I do think this is a good chance for the Vikings to get the ship righted with that offense. We can finally see it work as it's supposed to be working.
I know neither of these teams have had like a firm, stout defenses. No one's able to score on them. Obviously, the Vikings shut down the Bengals. That's not a shock at this point with the shambles that team's in. I'm worried about this game all around. I feel like this might actually be the snooze fest that we're thinking the Thursday night games happen.
They usually are. It feels like every time you wake up on Sunday and it's like 14-3 at the halftime, and then that's about the only points you get. So I understand that completely.
I just feel like the Steelers, if it's Carson Wentz out there, or even if it's JJ McCarthy, that line's gonna get to him. And then I think the Vikings D line can Rodgers has been slumping. He had the one good game against the Jets for revenge and hasn't played since, it feels like. So I do love Hawkinson if Wentz starts, though. I mean, you're going to start Hawkinson probably no matter what. Tight end's really a hellscape again. Here we are. I think tight end's always a hellscape. I don't know why we ever get excited about it. But yeah, no, Hawkinson, Jefferson, Mason, and then nothing else.
Addison.
I don't think you
and
can
Addison.
just start
Sorry, my
Addison.
apologies. Addison is back.
Can you?
Who?
Addison, 3-game suspension coming in, starting with Wentz. They've never played together. Like I'd be worried to start Addison.
I think if you drafted him, I think you can put him in the flex spot because if anything, they're going to focus heavy Jefferson, and this would leave Addison his normal random underneath routes and these random long touchdowns that always seem to happen for him.
You're worried about putting Addison in, though, at the end of the day. Like, you're not.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I would do it, though. If you drafted him, I feel like he's probably a decent play at this point.
I feel like in none of my leagues am I hurting for wide receiver. I feel like even if I drafted Addison,
if you had like, let's just throw out some names like Michael Pittman Jr. Would you rather play Addison or Michael Pittman Jr.? Pittman Jr. is playing the Rams, who were pretty sound.
Especially with Pierce out, I think Pittman's a good play.
I'm with Joe on that. Sorry, I don't know if you're asking.
Okay,
as well.
DJ Moore or Addison.
I'm not playing DJ Moore. Whatever.
Flip a coin. I don't know.
Okay, I don't know. I guess I'm just saying like there is opportunities where like you might be thinking like it might be something.
I'm sure there's wide receiver needy teams. I just don't seem to have any right now. So I have a large sample size.
Good
so
for you, Josh. I hope you don't have 5 injuries this weekend. It would suck real bad.
I have some injuries in leagues, but they're not wide receiver. I feel like wide receivers mostly healthy though. I mean, we've had a couple here and there. Obviously,
unless you're Mike Evans,
Mike Evans. I do have Mike Evans actually. I guess I'm lying here.
We'll get to that.
I will say though, Steelers giving up over 100 yards in every game to the running back is ridiculous. I never thought I'd see the day. Mm-hmm. And then getting just destroyed by tight ends. So, Josh, you're right. I love Hawkinson this week. He's an awesome possum for me.
Jordan Mason, awesome possum too. I was thinking that
the double awesome possums.
Double Viking awesome possum.
He looks
running back with
Mason.
Calvin Austin. Boom.
I don't know when JJ's timetable looks like, but at this point, like I feel like
they said he probably isn't playing in England because they play back-to-back England games, or not England, Europe games. They play this week, and then the next week they play another one. He's not probably going to play either one.
Well, they're going to lean heavily on Mason, and it's like without Aaron Jones. I mean, I think he's just a smash start everywhere, even in daily. Love that
for sure. I think the Vikings win this game.
I mean,
we haven't really talked about the Steelers.
We haven't really talked about the Steelers. Fair enough.
You got to start Warren now. He's an RB2.
Yeah.
And then Metcalf, he is yet to have a monster game. He's getting a lot of targets. It's going good. I don't think it happens this week. He's going to have a fine game this week. I don't expect anything big on it. I don't know.
I think he's
pretty much all you have to worry about.
Is the issue. I feel like if they just had someone else, like maybe if they had like a George Pickens on their team. Oh, right. Never mind. Might have helped. I think DK, it's not this week, but I'd sit DK this week if you have the option. But if you obviously don't, you're hoping for that touchdown, which has happened at least. You got a couple touchdowns this year, but the yards aren't there. But seeing Jalen Warren lead their team in running and receiving is just wild to me. Like, I really thought that Caleb Johnson would have a role. He doesn't. And somehow Kenneth Gainwell's even doing stuff. And it's just such a weird – Kenneth Gainwell and Warren are the exact same guy. So it's just wild to see them just run out two guys like that. And I guess check down for Rodgers at the end of the day. But
is Caleb Johnson gonna go down as one of the worst draft busts of all time?
I don't think so. I think what's going to happen is Warren or Gainwell is going to get injured
not like NFL draft bust. I'm talking about like fantasy draft bust. But people were taking him in like the 6th round.
Yeah, probably.
The dude's probably not playing this season. It looks like.
Well, it's kind of like the RJ Harvey situation, which is kind of what I thought.
That's also
this is actually what I thought RJ Harvey was going to look like. Maybe a little bit more than two rushes, but it's looking. I feel like there's still hope for Caleb Johnson. I feel like he's going to be a waiver wire darling at some point this season because he's dumped everywhere pretty much except for Dynasty. And I just have this strange feeling that one day they're going to be like, what if we had a real run game and then like run Caleb 10 times and he gets 80 yards and then everyone's going to rush to get him. But I think this team's just in shambles. Rodgers has not looked
good. He doesn't look good. Other than that Jets game, he has not looked like what we were hoping. So it's kind of sad. Not really sad. They knew what they were getting.
7 sacks and 3 picks in 3 games is rough.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, now I think the Vikings win this game.
Yeah, Steelers. Okay, cool. I'm going to go with the Vikings.
Steelers. Okay, you're jumping on.
We're just disagreeing with Joe today.
All right. First game in the noon window is Chargers-Giants. It is the beginning of Jackson Dart. Josh, how excited for you for the Dart era?
Honestly, like I feel robbed. Like I feel as a fan, I'm robbed of this experience of seeing Jameis Winston throw 100 targets to neighbors in one game. Like just the 50 throws all to neighbors. I feel like this is a mistake. I don't know if it's too early for Dart. I don't know if it's just like, why do you even have Jameis Winston if you're not going to give him a crack at this? Like, he can throw the ball and sling the ball well, and sometimes poorly, but mostly well. And this offense would be so fun. Wandale would be getting 18 targets. Neighbors would be getting 20. Scattaboo would have 15 in the backfield. Like, this whole team would be feasting fantasy-wise. Terrified for Dart. Why would you make the Chargers, the undefeated Chargers with this
next week they play the Saints?
Would have made a lot of sense.
Seems like that's the obvious choice.
Obviously, try to win the game 100% if they think that Dart's the best chance to win the game. I'm excited to see him play just because I was actually excited about Dart coming out of, Ole Miss? And looking forward to seeing him play. And he was fun in the preseason, but this is big boy football with the Chargers. Man, I mean, he's going to have some struggles, but it should be fun. I mean, obviously, Tracy being out, this really just leaves Neighbors as the only person you're starting. Maybe Scattaboo I guess you could start Scattaboo, to be fair, but I don't know about this matchup.
Tough matchup. This is operating on Malik Neighbors. That's what this is.
Yeah, 100%. Wandale is a wait and see. Let's see if he gets the targets like he has in the past. But yeah, it's Neighbors is like my only guy where I'm like, yep, I'm starting him, no question. Scattaboo, I feel like maybe there's better days to come. He could have a fine day. He's caught a lot of balls out of the backfield, so that's always helpful. But
yeah. The other, just a note on Jackson Dart is figure out who he's favoring in this offense outside of Neighbors, because I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Darius Slayton, Jalen Hyatt. He had a lot of run with Hyatt. I wouldn't be surprised. He loves slinging that deep ball. So keep an eye on that. And then on the
Who's the tight end that was supposed to be a thing? Theo Johnson? He could be involved.
Good. No, it's Hampton to the moon. The Giants are not slowing anyone down on defense. So I don't know. It's Hampton, and then I don't really think this is going to be a shootout anyway. So probably Keenan and QJ and McConkey are fine to start, but don't get super excited in this one. It's going to be more of an average day. They're not all going to score again.
How sad is it that we went through this whole Najee Harris eye thing, and then the man tears his Achilles in week 3? Like, we had this whole, like, is he even going to play football? Like, I mean, this is terrible. Like, we don't even know what's going on with his eye. And then week 3, just hate it. I hate to see it. I love to see this combo could have been one of the best combo running backs in the league if we had a fully healthy Vision, Najee Harris, and then not to mention just, feet stayed healthy enough. But yeah, sorry. Rip to Najee. Just wanted to put that out there.
Couldn't see it coming. I also think Oronde Gadsden is going to be a dude here pretty quickly. He's probably getting snapped up. He's probably getting snapped up in a couple of leagues now, but I feel like one of these couple weeks coming up here, he's going to be a thing because I think Harbaugh likes him a lot. He's been mentioning him a lot in these press conferences. So Dynasty, he's already gone. But if you have some of these leagues that, aren't as with it, he is a name that I think you should, at least if you have a spot, maybe you put someone on IR. He's a guy you'd add, get ahead of the curve there.
Billy, question for you about this team.
Okay.
You said this was a running team through and through. The Harbaugh wants to run the ball. Why is Justin Herbert the number 2 quarterback in the league right now?
Brother, it has been a shocking turn of events for the Chargers. They have just gone against everything that they've done. Everything they did last year, throw all that shit out the window. We're not doing that anymore. This is a full-on passing attack. It was nice to see Omari and Hampton get a full workload. Crazy, right? Let's give these rookie running backs a full fucking workload and see what they can do. Wild. Raiders, maybe you should think about doing something like that. But
I was going to say, side note, do you think Genty finally gets a full workload just because they're like, hey, that worked?
They're not going to do it. The Raiders are so dysfunctional. We'll get to that, though.
Yeah, we'll get that later. Sorry, my bad.
But Herbert has just been incredible. I feel like is on an MVP type season if he keeps this up at this clip. If he's going to start throwing it like this, but QJ back, it doesn't even matter how many bad balls you throw QJ. He's got the volume enough to where he can work through those bad drops and stuff. And then Keenan Allen is just completely just sunned Lad McConkey. Oh man,
yeah,
poor Lad.
I feel bad about Lad.
I do too. It's crazy because in Scott Fishbowl, which I know nobody cares about my roster, I drafted both McConkey and Keenan Allen just as a speculative thing. And thank God I did, because Allen is the one keeping the team afloat. And I drafted him last.
I tried to tell you.
Well, no, I meant my team.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Well, no, but who knew he was going to come in and completely take McConkey's role? They just completely threw him to the wayside. Why are you doing this?
15 plus fantasy points in pretty much every fantasy league, even half point PPR, maybe not no PPR, but standard scoring. But yeah, no, it's Keenan Allen, and I think QJ are smash starts. And I think Lad McConkey's a flex / if you can replace him, do it.
Yeah,
for sure. By the way, this is just a side note.
Try to sell Keenan Allen.
I'd be down.
Probably.
Someone tried to.
For sure.
Someone tried to trade
in Dynasty for sure. Season long, I'd probably just ride it because you probably got him for free.
That's pretty much the play.
But if you could upgrade a package, Keenan Allen, someone else, and upgrade a position, I would totally do it.
Yeah, for sure, I would do that.
I'd flip Keenan Allen for Marvin Harrison right now, just to who knows, man? What if we actually see Marvin Harrison fully unlocked one day? And it's Keenan Allen, unless you need him. You probably just added him because you're the first person to realize that he's signed with the Chargers. Kind of how it went down.
I'm not gonna lie. Usually, I blame Kyler for Marvin Harrison. He's dropping some wide open shit, and I'm just dog. Bad. We have your back blaming Kyler. Exactly, we have your back and blaming Kyler. You don't need to drop these balls. We already are in your camp. You don't have to do this. We know. But no,
I just feel the Cardinals have been in this weird protect the lead mostly in their games. They haven't had a come from behind victory, at least not to my knowledge, and it just felt like they don't need to throw to Harrison ever. And I just feel one day they're going to be down and they're going to be shit, what should we do? And it's going to be all right, feed Harrison. And one day he's going to have a huge game. I don't know when that is. I'm sitting him in a league right now because I'm let's see what happens.
This, by the way, this team for the Chargers, we'll get to the next game in a second. This is just proof from Lad McConkey. Don't let the X hang around. Keenan Allen comes back. You got to get that out of there, because you let the X hang around and suddenly they're back in the life. They're going to brunch, yada, yada. And this is what ends up happening. Keenan Allen's back being the big dog, and you are getting relegated to the couch. So sad, but that's what happens sometimes.
Life news here. We're trying to give you
exactly. It's literally football to life. It is directly 1-to-1. All right, I'm saying the Chargers win, obviously.
Yeah,
I got the Chargers.
It's just the Giants' defense is so funny because their pass rush is insane, but everything else about it sucks. The run defense sucks, the pass defense sucks, but the pass rush, that one thing, is awesome. It's just
Giants Twitter will tell you otherwise. They're the best defense in the league until they start playing football, and then people are like, "Oh, never mind."
Yeah, but we were worried like what defensive end was going to be the one that matters on this defensive line. You can play them all. They're all good. It's kind of crazy.
Right? That's wild that all three of them hit.
I know. We were like thinking they were going to cannibalize each other. They're definitely not. All right. On to probably the worst matchup of the weekend, even though there's some really bad ones later. Titans-Texans. This game's going to be played in absolute hell because these teams stink.
Every bar owner out there, I just want to tell every bar owner, put that on the corner TV. You know the one that kind of cuts in and out, or it's just the smallest that you got. Yeah, like, please don't put this on the big screen. It won't be, but please don't put it anywhere near the big screen. I don't even want that as a backup.
So I think we should do this whole entire matchup this way. Who are the actual players you trust starting in this matchup? Because I think that list might actually be the smallest part of, like, and I'm talking stars, anyone, because I don't really love any of these guys other than maybe Pollard.
Oh, Pollard and Nico.
What is happening?
Apparently you're holding up signs and Google's out here telling me that I can.
Sorry, audio audience. There was just balloons that flew through Josh's screen. Kind of shocked.
They're not real balloons. They're digital balloons.
It's just this one.
He's
pull up one
he's
finger.
That excited.
And you get balloons.
He's that excited
Pollard.
for that this matchup.
I do that all the time now. All right, it's
All right.
Pollard and it's Nico, and it's not even because I trust Nico.
Nico's hurt. He just was questionable the day and didn't practice. So we don't know. It's the
obviously
Wednesday thing. This is the problem with recording this on a Wednesday because everybody doesn't practice on Wednesday because they're dinged up or whatever. But like he did go questionable just today. So even that, it's like awesome.
Yeah, there was a lot of questionables, actually. I did not catch that Nico one. But, I mean, it's Nico if he plays. It's unfortunate. You drafted him first round. All these first-round guys that I was worried about, by the way, I was completely accurate in being worried about, even to Neighbors' sake. I mean, Neighbors has been
pretty much all of them. Jonathan Taylor and Puka are the only ones that are getting your value back at this point.
JT was a second-rounder.
Well, that's true, but if you did happen to take him in the first, like those are the only two. Him and Puka are the only ones that are just.
I'd throw H.N. in
short
there.
in your value.
H.N.'s fine too. Genty though, Brian Thomas, Neighbors,
Chase
Nico.
Jefferson.
Well,
yeah,
okay, Chase Jefferson for sure. But I'm talking like the back half of the first round. I was more scared of that.
True.
Chase and Jefferson are dealing with shitty quarterbacks, which we kind of did question about the JJ McCarthy.
We thought Jefferson was QB proof. By the way, JJ McCarthy has made us question everything we knew.
Seriously, dude.
You just figured JJ to JJ made so much sense, like right, like.
It was too simple. Sorry, guys, everyone out there. We're trying to talk about this matchup, but it's so bad that I don't want it. Like it hurts me that I have some people in this game because
I think you can start Kirk. I'm going to throw Kirk in the ring. He came back. He got 70% of the snaps. He got 8 targets, which is going to give him a solid floor.
But they're CJ Stroud targets, so they're not like real one-to-one value targets.
Okay, time out.
Titans, man.
If Nico is out, you can potentially put Kirk in a flex. That's about as far as I'm going. If Nico's in, I'm not putting Kirk anywhere near this.
I mean, you'd have to be in a deeper league to be starting Christian Kirk right now, but I think he's very startable with the workload.
Confidently, like he could. I just don't like that.
I said I want to throw his name in the ring. I didn't say confidently start Christian.
You said confidently that you want to throw his name. I don't want to talk about this team anymore.
I'll take 8 targets, man. I don't know. I'm
all right. One more thing about this team. I saw Calvin Ridley dropped in a 10-man league, and I just feel like that seems way excessive. I'm gonna go try to swoop him up. But
the issue is Cam Ward throws such uncatchable passes that literally it takes Elick Aomanor like miracles to catch these balls. That's the only reason he's relevant. And then his check downs to Chig, which is going to keep Chig Okonkwo or whatever. He's going to keep him relevant this entire season. But like Calvin Ridley is going to be a dart throw, which I'm just shocked at. But he's still got 7 targets. He just caught one of them because that's how catchable the balls are. But, it is what it is. I don't know. I don't know what to make of either of these teams. They both stink. This is going to be a low-scoring game, I feel. And I feel bad if you have somebody in this matchup because this is going to be on the low TV that's flickering and there's this weird green tint. Like that's the TV you're going to have to watch this on. Exactly. So like you're going to have to squint to see what's going on. But yeah, I don't like this. I think the Texans finally get their first win though, by the way. Titans stink.
They do.
You know what? I think this is a wake-up call to the Texans. I think the Titans win.
Oh my God. I don't even want to know what would happen after that. You see, they just ditched CJ Gardner
CJ
Johnson.
GJ.
They're just like,
because he wants
they're
to
just like,
blitz.
get out of here, buddy.
He said he wants to blitz, and they're like, "Nah, our defense is fine. You're 0-3, buddy. You should be taking some criticisms from a Super Bowl champion and one of the guys who's led the league in interceptions in his career multiple times. Like, what are you doing? I mean, CJ GJ is definitely a locker room hazard, and seeing him 0-3 probably doesn't help anything. But maybe just like, yeah, man, we'll blitz you
Defense
3
hasn't
times.
been
Like,
that bad.
up.
It's just how bad the offense is. The offense has just been so putrid that, like,
yeah, but a
it's
sack
hard.
forced fumble will make your offense have to at least kick a field goal. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's true. And then poor like Nick Chubb, it's just not the same.
He's trying, dude.
No,
He's
I know.
trying.
It's just not the same. It just isn't.
No, I don't
And
think
watching
I don't think it's necessarily him. I think this team is just bad. You got rid of your guard before the season started. You got no passing game. Like, what is Nick Chubb supposed to do? Break 6 tackles? Like, I mean, yeah, he did it of old.
I don't know.
Like,
I would go pick up Woody Marks. I'm sure a lot of people did, but that's who I would go pick up because before Mixon comes back, it might be the Marks show.
I don't know why everyone thinks the Marks train's happening. I don't think it's Chubb's fault. I think this team's just trash.
Well, the team
It's
is
definitely
trash. Maybe don't
trash,
get rid of
but-
your offensive line too. By the way, they traded their best offensive lineman to the Commanders for no reason. But whatever. We've talked long enough about this game, I feel.
Yeah, we did talk about
Way
this.
too long.
All right, on to the Commanders versus the Falcons. Joe, Michael Penix, or Kirk Cousins at this point, we don't know. How confident are you in the pass catchers on this team?
I mean, dude, they got blindsided last week. The Panthers defense is, I don't believe that they're for real, but they're better than what I think a lot of people thought they were. I expect everyone to bounce back. London will be fine. Bijan will be fine. I think we could even see some Algier in this game coming out here. So I don't hate it. Mooney got 11 targets. This is where I'm weird on this because Mooney got 11 targets, got 4 of them. I don't know. You can't start Mooney. You're definitely rostering him. You can't start him. But I really want to see where this goes because if Mooney is going to get double-digit targets every week, we have to be very, very worried for everyone else on this roster.
Honestly, I feel like those were desperation targets, though. I feel like those were London's locked down, double coverage, and we need something. Also, I don't have actual stats in front of me, but it feels accurate, so I'm just going to say it anyway. We have 3 games with Kyle Pitts and probably some of the worst offense we've ever seen with the Falcons, and somehow Kyle Pitts has stayed fantasy relevant. And this is the worst that this team, at least has felt to me in a 3-game stretch in a while. I think Kyle Pitts is like your floor tight end this year, which is wild. Never would have thought I'd say that Pitts will put out a consistent 7 points fantasy-wise. And I mean, the ceiling's still fake, but it exists high up there. It's one of those like glass ceilings that like is supposed to break, but like it's not real. Like it's just an illusion. 3D lights for sure. Anyway, I agree.
No, I do on the Falcons real quick. DraftKings, Drake London is $5,500 right now. They just slashed his value. He's gonna get right this week. Get him in your lineups.
For sure. Wow, that's a crazy price point there because Drake London's not bad. The fact that he's still trying like getting them as many receiving yards as he is kind of a testament to how good of a player he is. Okay, on the Commander side of things, we don't know about Jaden Daniels as of this recording. It's trending towards he might play, but still, I think even if it's Mariota, I think that we kind of just know what it is. The running backs, I don't know what to do with at this point. It does kind of seem like a dice roll of who is going to get the touchdown. Now, last week you were luckily if you had McNichols or Krosky Merritt. If you started them, I'm sorry, that's awful for you. But like if you did, you got some points out of that because they got touchdowns. But it's really tough to tell who's going to be the guy because it seems like this is a 3-headed backfield at this point. Well, 4-headed if you count Debo.
Yeah.
It's fair. Also, Mariota took off 6 times, so like it was pretty evenly spread all around.
When
it's
Jaden gets back, that's gonna be the same. So yeah,
all this hype over Ja'Cory Bill. That's why he wants to be Bill because nobody can say his name. But all this hype over Bill that you trade away Brian Robinson and then Eckler goes down and somehow like yes he had the most carries, but like oh he didn't. Never mind, Chris Rodriguez did. Like
he did.
It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like do they not trust him? I mean he has been fine. I mean, honestly, they're all kind of the same running back. I actually just thought
They
of
are.
him as a McNichols and Rodriguez when he joined this team, like another guy to poach carries from the other two guys that they are no longer here. But on the other hand, yeah, running backs, please don't start them if you don't have to. If you're in a situation where you have to, please do, but please try not to. Terry, though, I'm worried, man. Like all around. Like
He went to a core specialist for a quad injury. That's worrisome.
I'm not even worried about the injury. I was worried about him just playing. But yeah, the injury obviously is worrisome. Obviously, there's like no news on that. It's probably not going to play this next week. But I'm just worried about McLaurin in the long run. Like you drafted him probably second, third round. Like, and now you're sitting here with, he's third round. Now you're sitting with a guy who's just got like 10 points as a max right now. You thought these were 30s. Ugh, man, hate that. On the outside, though, like, I don't know who the next guy is. I mean, Debo's been fine. Had a pretty dud week last week, but interesting to see like Luke McCaffrey getting some more work if he's down. He did catch a touchdown, so
yeah, I didn't know what to make of that. It's just tough for me to say that like Debo's gonna have that bad of a receiving, and they didn't necessarily need it. I mean, game kind of.
No, Debo will definitely be fine. He's definitely startable.
Yeah, he's like a flex, though. I mean, if Jaden Daniels misses this game, which he probably will, Debo's a flex at best. Ertz has a really tough matchup. We can't trust Luke McCaffrey. I don't know. It's Debo.
Yeah, you have to play Ertz. Ertz is a top 10 tight end right now. There's no sitting Ertz right now, even with Mariota.
Okay, I disagree, but you can fire him up.
I mean, tight end is such a hellscape if you don't have.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't have other options.
You're just rolling dices. Man, I think the Commanders win.
Yeah, I think Mariota actually played a really good game. I know it was against the Raiders, but like he actually just looked comfortable back there. And Max Crosby was.
I got the Falcons.
I factually don't know what the Falcons do if they missed quote unquote on Penix. Like I don't know because they can't go back to Cousins. That's just
they have to. They have to try to.
They don't have a first round pick, so I just don't. I don't know.
I think it's a developmental game at this point, right? Like you're like, hey man, you need to figure out some stuff. Go work with Tom Brady or whoever you can find that can help you out. You know,
something.
Michael.
All right. Well, you think that'd be Cousins, but whatever. I guess we're down.
I don't think Cousins is really helping right now.
Yeah, definitely not. All right, on to the Saints versus the Buffalo Bills. I think this is probably going to be everyone's survivor pool pick, so this has a chance to destroy a lot of people's weekend if this was to turn out any differently. However, the Saints have Spencer Rattler. The good thing about the Saints right now is that they're going to be losing every game, so they're definitely going to be passing the ball a lot, even though that's not going to amount to much. Spencer Rattler isn't terrible quarterback. The problem is the rest of the roster isn't good. Olave has been a somewhat bright spot. He's clearly getting the Malik Neighbors treatment, which is just weird to say. But even guys like Juwan Johnson feel good starting. Rashid Shaheed is always – it feels like he's at least good for one big pass a game. And then, obviously, Alvin Kamara is not going to win you a game, but he's not going to lose you a game. It's kind of just a floor play.
Kamara only getting 10 targets through 3 games is criminal. And Kellen Moore
which is crazy because he's been checked down Charlie, Spencer Rattler, and he's not checking down to Kamara. And it's like, what in the world? But whatever.
I feel like the most wild thing is that Olave has 23 catches on 37 targets for 160 yards. Like, how is that not more on both sides, catches and yards? Like, I know some of those have to be just some errant balls for sure. I mean, it's Rattler. He's not the most accurate quarterback in the league, but there's got to be something there. Like, Olave, you are getting the, like you said, the Neighbors treatment. You should be able to do something with it. But Olave,
the good thing is the Bills can't tackle, so that's good news for him this week.
That's true.
I'm actually worried. I'm worried about this game because I have a feeling if you don't get James Cook touchdowns right off the bat, or if you don't get Josh Allen touchdowns right off the bat, there's a pull coming, and I don't know when they pull those people, and it could hurt some people. I think all wide receivers are off for the Buffalo Bills, in my opinion.
I actually think the mid-level guys might be all right. I think like Shakir might stay in. I think Josh Palmer might stay in. So like I do think if you're in a large roster league, those guys might be available to play because I don't think they're coming out. But other than that, yeah, you're right. If you don't get those James Cook touchdowns, it's going to be a Ray Davis show before you know it. Josh Allen, he's going to get his in the first couple minutes, and then I don't know. I don't even think you're seeing Keon Coleman.
I mean, you don't sit Josh Allen, right? Because obviously he's
no.
You don't sit James Cook. No, I know.
You're talking really like the Bills didn't just make Tua look fucking competent as a quarterback.
Yeah, it's a division game, Joe.
It is
Bills,
true.
Dude, that defense doesn't put anybody on the ground. They just let him catch it, and they let him run for 30, 40 yards, and then...
I get it. But it's a home game for the Bills. I don't see Spencer Rattler coming in there and making a big noise.
I don't see it, but it would not surprise me if this was, like, at least competitive for a half of football.
I just feel like if you have Keon Coleman, Kincaid, Shakir, like, you're not wanting to start them anyway. You're already like, is this going to be his game? Hopefully. And then, like, it isn't, and you get mad because you got 7 points on your roster. I just feel like this is the game where it's like Keon Coleman catches 2 balls in the first quarter and then never sees a target again because they don't need to. Like, I just would be worried is all I'm saying. I think I'm going to have to start Kincaid in the league, unfortunately, just because that's, like, the only time.
Kincaid is a great matchup. Great matchup.
He's great, and honestly, he's been playing really great. It's good to see him get a
by the tight end.
But
he's back.
I'm just worried about the receivers.
I have the Bills winning this game. I don't know. Joe, you think it might be close? I don't know. I just don't see them at home.
I don't think it's going to be close. I just don't think it's going to be a complete blowout.
Okay. They're not going to bench people because they're so far ahead. That's what you're saying. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. On to arguably the game of the weekend, but there is some other good ones. Eagles, Buccaneers. Can we all just agree this is a fire up everyone situation because this is like a playoff game, basically?
100%.
I mean, obviously Chris Godwin should be back, so you're putting him in if you have him because Mike Evans is going to be out, so this is going to be Chris Godwin again. I am interested to see what they do with the receivers because, like, Sterling Shepard has been getting a lot of work. So how does that work? Because he's kind of been playing the Chris Godwin role. Is he going to be kind of moved out to the outside, or what are they going to do there? But I think this is just a fire everyone up game. I don't think there's anybody you need to be waffling decisions over here.
No, I mean, the Eagles are pretty easy to start, right? Like, Goddard's got 10 points each time. I think he's even in the category. That would be the one guy who you're like, he's been kind of mid, but he's been consistent in the games he's played. I will say, I think everyone, nobody's sitting him by any means, but everyone's wondering when the breakout game happens, and I think it's this game for Saquon. I think we finally get that helmet slap, that 50-yard touchdown. He's been just kind of getting his 65 yards and being happy about it, getting some targets here and there, but nothing with it. But I think this
honestly,
is
Bucky's also been like that. I don't think this is going to be the game that he breaks out, but, like, man, that Bucky breakout game should be coming.
You can run on the Eagles this year.
You can run on the Eagles now. We don't have that stout line that we used to. We just lost Nolan Smith to IR too, so I don't know how much that affects the run game, but you can run on the outside with the Eagles. So I think
How did he go to IR? Was he drinking water, sprained his arm?
He apparently re-injured. Dude, they didn't even say news. I didn't even know about it. I literally was in the middle of a meeting, and I go, what? Looked at my phone, and
he was in the game. I mean, it's not the playoffs.
I actually was going to text you, too, and I stopped myself. He re-injured his tricep injury that he had surgery on over the offseason, so he's going to be out for 4 games. But, yeah, no, I was like, man, it's sad to see because, like, this was, like, prime opportunity for him to show out. And he was playing well, and they were double-teaming him. Like, they were scared. And now I don't know who they're going to be scared about. I'm hoping to see some Jihad Campbell off the edge. They did talk about him being a little bit more of an edge rusher in camp. So I think actually for those D leagues, that's my start of the week. That's my awesome possum, Jihad Campbell. I think he gets a little extra play on the rush. So could be fun.
Okay.
Are they ever going to use Ojulari? Ever?
Probably not.
If anything, what's his face? The dude they just signed, Devondre Campbell? No. Who's the guy? I'm thinking Jihad Campbell.
Wow, you don't know it off the top of your head. What kind of Eagles fan are you?
Zadarius Smith. Sorry, I knew it was an old edge rusher. He played really well the first game, not so much the second game, but he could have a huge game. But I'm not telling you to go start Zadarius Smith. He's old.
This is going to be an interesting game because you have the Eagles who came back in this last game, but then you have Baker, the literal comeback king. So I don't know who's going to be the one that comes back in this one, but I like the Buccaneers, so I'm going to say the Bucs.
Also, I know you were there watching the game with me, but I'm so glad someone put the Eagles in a point deficit just so they had to actually play football because it shut up the haters, it shut up everyone. It honestly made the team probably greater just a little bit. So greatly appreciate the Rams not playing in the fourth quarter.
Nice. Who do you guys think you're going to win? Well, you say you're going to say the Bucs, Josh, but what
I
are you
think the
going to
Bucs
say,
win.
Joe?
Eagles.
All right. On to the Browns versus the Lions. The Browns, I'm not going to lie, the worst team, I think. Like, the Saints are pretty bad. The Browns are pretty horrible at defense, or at offense. I mean, their defense is incredible, but their offense is woefully bad. Joe Flacco is probably up there with being the worst QB in the league. I don't know why we can't get a sub there. Yes.
Quinshon Judkins is the truth. He's the new Nick Chubb.
Quinshon's great. I just hate that we have to watch the rest of this team play football.
Yeah, Harold Fannin being the leading receiver after 3 weeks is wild to me too. Like, I'm sitting here like, what?
Why are we still watching Joe Flacco play? I mean, I know they beat the Packers and that was a weird, wild game, but like, why are we being subjected to Joe Flacco when this dude's clearly ass? Like, I don't understand.
I think this is the game where they have to make a decision to pull. They watch the Giants do it. Not that they're going to go out and win a game, but like going 0-3 and then going 0-4 and being the team who's like, no, we're staying with Flacco. Why is Flacco in the league? No offense to him. He's had a great career. It's been really great. It's been fun. But like, you have 2 young, promising rookies on your team who like could play football. You're obviously not winning this year. Like, why not develop them? Why not have Flacco teach them a little bit? And I'm sure
why
he
is
probably
Stefanski not on the hot seat? That's what I want to know. Like, Daboll is making a switch because they literally think Daboll's like, I'm going to get fired if I don't make the switch now. Why is Stefanski's seat safe? Why is he on a cool seat? Like, I don't understand that at all.
Because he had Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt in their primes.
Yeah,
7 years
and he's
ago.
about to have Quinshon Judkins in his prime, and he's still going to have an ass offense. It's just wild to watch.
Crazy.
Anyway,
it's the hottest defense versus the hottest offense here, man. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
That is
it will be
true.
Fun.
I think it's a Quinshon and Njoku, and I don't. I know you probably have to start Judy, but I hate it for you.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think actually though, like the Lions' defense is not stopping anyone right now. Like their D line is
good enough
terrible.
to stop Flacco.
I'm aware of that, and I'm not saying that like go fire up some random Browns players, but I think Judy can be startable in a flex option. Is what I'm saying. I think that Judy could hit a couple big shots here and there. They have like 3-star players on this defense. I never understood why people were talking about the Lions being a top 10 defense because, as we've seen, they let up all the points, and it's not all their fault. I mean, when they score 40 points a game, obviously points are going to follow, but they're not really giving me anything to like show. Like even Hutchinson's been quiet, and he's like, they did good against Lamar, which was great, but like really Lamar just held on to the ball too long. It was a Caleb Williams situation.
Lamar's hurt. He's totally hurt. There's no way that man is not hurt. But, I mean, the good news is for Judy is the Lions are going to score points. I know this defense is sick, but the Lions are going to score points on them. I think, Josh Jacobs and Derrick Henry did not change the fact that they've only allowed 2.25 yards per carry to opposing running backs. But you have Amon-Ra, you have Laporta, you have Gibbs. You have too much on this offense that the Browns are not going to be able to stop everybody. So
can't cover all of them.
No, the biggest mistake that people are going to make this week is they're going to chase Montgomery's points from last week and think that he's going to be a good start against the Browns. I'm sorry, this is a Gibbs game and a Gibbs setup. Monty might score a touchdown, but he's not going to get you a lot of yardage. I think it'd be a mistake to try to chase that.
I disagree with you. Start yourself some Montgomery. I think you should always be starting Montgomery.
I start him. Just don't think he's going to.
No. I agree with you saying
like,
he might not be the leading scorer of running backs, but I think Monty's always going to give you such a solid floor with this team, and especially in a game where they should be in a plus matchup most of the game. I just think Monty's a start all the time. Like I think he's an RB2. I think people put him in that flex consideration. And I don't understand why. Like everyone hates Montgomery for some reason.
I'm happy Joe didn't play him last week. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right. I do think the Lions are going to win this game.
Careful, this is a trap game. Told them Packers fans last week this is a trap game. Didn't say it on air.
I feel like the Lions are cooking. Like I think the Packers were a little full of themselves, and it was a literal trap game. And I think this one.
The Lions should win this one handily.
Were you about to say you ain't lying? That would have been funny.
I should have. Can I take it back and say that?
Yeah. All right. On to the last game of the noon window. It is the Panthers versus the Patriots.
No, thank you.
Guys, I think Bryce Young might be good at football. He is actually passing at a really good clip. Like the accuracy of the balls is what I'm talking about. Like maybe he's not a great like going to win you football games, but as far as like getting the ball to the receiver and having their ability to catch it, I do think Bryce Young is actually a really good quarterback. So I think that there's something here with the Panthers. I don't know what it is because the first 2 games I was like, man, this team sucks. And then they completely clowned the Falcons. And now, like going against the Patriots, it actually kind of looks like a good spot for them. The Patriots do have a decent defense, but like I don't think that means the Panthers can't have a decent game here. So I don't know. I kind of like what they're doing there in Carolina.
It's interesting. I mean, the Pats, they're not letting you run on them at all. So I'm a little worried about Chuba here. You're starting him. Just don't expect greatness. And then Ted had a hamstring injury pop up, which they say it's nothing, but monitor it because you are starting him if he's active.
Yeah, those soft tissue injuries are rough. I actually hate this game all around for fantasy. Like, I don't want to start anyone here. Tet would be the closest that I would be excited
It's a tough
about.
one to watch.
The Stevenson Travion thing is making no sense to me, and Gibson getting 7 carries last game. Like, I don't even know what to make of that. Like, Stevenson catching balls and catching more than Travion is mind blowing because you assume they grab Travion because Stevenson can't catch balls, or at least that's what they said last year. And I hate it, but I don't know. Anyway,
the Travion breakout is here.
I don't think Stevenson's long for this world. I unfortunately think his time as a starter might be coming to a abrupt end very shortly. You can't have 2 fumbles in a game. Like he just can't do it. Not. And the coaching staff cannot put you back out there having that many snaps if you're going to do that. Unless you're Aaron Jones, and then you can have a weird recovery. I don't know what happened there, but anyway, so I guess we'll see what happens. But I think Travion's the train is coming for him in that match, and eventually in some matchup. I don't know if it's going to be this week or not.
I'm just worried that Gibson's starting to get carries. Like Gibson's coming into it too. Like it's not even like it'd be different if it was just Stevenson and.
Well, and then he fumbled.
Oh, sorry. Joe, good.
Travion's getting 100 and a touch.
Can't fumble
this week.
100 and a touch.
Yeah, awesome.
No, I'm gonna go I gotta go put some money on that because the odds of that have to be astronomical for him to get 100 yards and a touch. You're talking about total, like receiving and rushing, or are you talking about just rushing?
I was talking total, but I'd be willing to bet rushing.
I mean, we could probably
guarantee he gets a 50-yarder.
There's a rushing, receiving 100-yard. Okay, I'm gonna go put some money on this, Joe. I'll sprinkle you some.
I'll then you some money.
Yeah, I was gonna say this sounds fun. I don't believe in it, but I love a good thing. Sometimes when I bet on things, it doesn't work anyway. So if I don't believe in it, maybe it's better. I'm gonna say back to Carolina though. Yeah, I did want to say one thing about Carolina. This team is like one DJ Moore away from being a good team. Like if maybe they had like some guy like DJ
I don't know
Moore,
about
like
that. DJ, I really more experience.
Okay, it's not DJ like Moore specifically, but just another wide receiver. Tet's great, and I think he's going to have
Adam Thielen monster season. They're an Adam Thielen away, maybe.
Well, yeah, they got rid of him too. So
they literally traded him away.
How do they feel confident in this wide receiver room? Leggett has done.
I think they just decided that we're going to go completely young. Like they're just like we're just going to have a completely young team. Tavian Sanders, like, well, that I don't. That I can't explain, but the rest of it.
I don't know, just like more wide receiver would have been great. Like even I'm not even saying DJ Moore, like it could have been a random signing. What's the Patriots wide receiver that just got traded? Polk. That'd have been fun. Could have used that. I'd throw a 4th round pick at that. I don't know, whatever it was, 6th round pick. Like get something out here. We got Bryson Tremaine. Never heard that guy's name before, but he's like their 3rd leading wide receiver right now.
I think Tavian went down. He might be.
TV went down.
They actually don't have the odds up for that bet. They have Travion plus 185.
They don't want to smoke
touchdown, but they don't have the yards up yet. So we will come back to that one. All right. I think
New England wins. Carolina
Panthers. Wins. I got Panthers winning this one. I believe
Patriots all day.
Joe, you literally are just going with whatever we say. The different.
Patriots are real, man.
You're saying it first next time. All right.
Okay, never mind.
Jags 49ers, the Mac Jones revenge game. Weirdly enough.
We're benching Brian Thomas this week.
I think it's hard. It's hard to say those words out loud.
No, he's right. He said it. You should have benched him last week.
I mean, luckily I didn't get him anywhere because I didn't draft high enough, or I drafted too high and he didn't make sense. But man, it's tough to be stuck with Brian Thomas right now. Like it just oof.
And it's not even like Travis Hunter's doing it. It's the other two that are really out there getting like any kind of yardage. It's just I don't understand. I think Trevor Lawrence is just done. He's cooked, man. And they're 2-1 somehow now. I can't say that they're like losing football games.
Well, what's weird is they lost to the
offensive coordinator.
Yeah, your guy Joe. Even though,
Shane Waldron.
So Shane Waldron, the killer of fun.
I'm starting to think that
I would be trying to get Brian Thomas. Sorry, I would be trying to trade that. And then Tootin, I'd be really worried about starting Tootin. You guys have not paid attention. He's played 17% of snaps last week. LaQuint Allen actually played more than he did. So he got you the touchdown, but I'm not rushing to get him in my lineup.
It's still Etienne.
Yeah, it's Etienne.
Still Etienne. I just feel like everyone wants it to not be Etienne. Everyone was told Etienne sucks. Everyone was told he was over the hill and that it was all his fault last year or whatever. And I feel like everyone just needs to start realizing that Etienne's an NFL starting running back and that there can be a backup behind him, but it's not like they're going to take away the big job. You know what I mean? This is cleanup duty, sweep up duty, some passing game work. Etienne's the only person I want to start in this game.
Yeah, real.
Probably right about that. What do we make of the Parker Washington target situation?
I love it, man. He's the next Kendrick Bourne. I love it, man. And Bourne's back, by the way. We didn't talk about that, but probably should.
Yeah,
I just don't know.
11 targets last week.
Yeah, I mean, and Travis Hunter had 2.
I don't know. I like Parker. We liked him coming out of college a lot.
We did.
He had the 2 games where I forgot who the receiver was, missed, and then at the end of 2023, he put up 2 monster games. Then he had an opportunity last year, didn't do anything. I like Parker Washington, man.
Always liked him, but I don't feel safe starting any of these guys because like on any day,
I don't either.
You could sit Brian Thomas, he's going to go off. You could start Parker Washington, and Brian Thomas will have his good game finally. You could start Travis Hunter, and he's going to do nothing. It's just one of those things where I feel like it's lose-lose. You just don't want a part of this. Like,
I mean, Brenton Strange is the most consistent receiver there. So, I don't know.
Which is just sad. That should tell you everything. On the 49ers side, though, real quick, obviously Christian McCaffrey, we don't really need to beat that drum too hard, but Ricky Parasol, loved that. I mean, that was
the real dude.
Welcome. Mac Jones apparently is the one that unlocks him.
He was doing fine before that.
Yeah, but he didn't have 8 for 117 with Purdy.
He had 4 for a hundo first game. I mean,
true. I don't know. I just like 11 targets. I'm a target guy. Like you give me double-digit targets. Nice. Yes, double-digit. Like it doesn't even matter if it's just 10. Like it just feels good to see those double digits there.
I agree.
But other than that, I don't. Kind of seems like a crapshoot after that a little bit. Not gonna lie.
I love Kendrick Bourne in a deep league, by the way, especially if Jennings is out.
Sure.
I've been out
in a deep fantasy league where you lost a couple players. That it's rough. I'm in a lot of those. I wish I had a Kendrick Bourne right now.
We do have to keep an eye out because Pearsall and Juwan Jennings did not practice. So down that road again.
It's exactly. It just feels like that way.
I feel so bad for. I understand that they're 3-0 right now, but I feel so bad for the 49ers.
Dude, losing Bosa, that conditioning coach, staff, everybody needs to be Lego.
It's rough.
This is every year. The 49ers lose everybody.
It's got to be something, but I don't know. I mean, the fact that they're winning games is impressive, but if you look at their strength of schedule, it was pretty easy to start the season. Last game was fluky, to say the least. They didn't deserve to win that game, but Here they are, skating by 3-0 as a club with Mac Jones leading at the helm. So, yeah,
for sure.
Christian McCaffrey, Ricky Pearsall, if he plays. Other than that,
agreed. 49ers win.
I'm gonna go Jags.
They're gonna keep doing it somehow.
Niners.
All right.
It's supposed to go first,
Colts.
Billy. Damn.
Oh shit, my bad. All right, well this will be a perfect one to go on. Colts, Rams. Weirdly, this is two of the best teams in the league. Surprisingly, I mean the Rams aren't that surprising, but the Colts are. I don't know what to do with the Colts. Like, are they a real team? Are they just going against bad defenses? Is it just kind of all lining perfectly? Because they've played like Tennessee and Miami, which both really stink. And then the Broncos should have won that game, but then some weird suspicious shit happened with the kick, and they got to re-kick it. But is this the game that they get exposed? What do you guys think?
So I think it's one of those scenarios where there's no tape on this team, right? Like nobody expected Daniel Jones to be good, much less like leading an offense to where he can score 40 points in a game. They're averaging like 34 points in a game right now. It's clear that this offense is good. Like their defense is fine. I don't think their defense is winning them games by any means. They'll definitely, obviously the Kenny Moore pick six helped. But their offense is one that is like Jonathan Taylor's such a ground and pound guy. And then having any passing attack with it, it's just terrifying. Like people can't just drop everyone or, stack the line because they can drop one deep. So I think they will get exposed at some point, but I'm not convinced this week. The Rams secondary, although started off the season strong, let AJ and Devontae, and I'm not saying that those are slouches by any means. They let them catch anything they wanted to. So there was a couple big hits on the quarterback. I think they expect Daniel Jones to have a couple big hits, but I don't know, man. I'm starting to believe a little. Like I love the ragtag teams, man.
Well, listen to this schedule real quick before Joe hops in here. They play the Rams this week. Then they play the Raiders. Seems like a win. Play the Cardinals. That's 50-50, but I think more Colts. Then they play the Chargers. And then they go on a random like Titans, Steelers, Falcons, Chiefs, which we'll see, Texans, Jags, Seahawks, 49ers, Jags, Texans. Like they could probably win like 10 games.
I think they win their division.
Like it's kind of, yeah, for sure winning the division. The rest of these teams stink in their division.
It's just wild because you think it's Jacksonville, Houston, right? Like those are the top two that you envisioned going into the season. We're sitting here 3-0 right now with a pretty damn easy schedule.
The Titans in Houston 0-3, like both
right?
0-3.
Crazy.
So yeah, they already have a 3-game lead.
The Colts could definitely be figured out, but the way Jones is playing right now, man, it's like I just love making Dave all feel like crap. I need a couple whip cracks in there. We got Saquon running back of the year. What if Daniel Jones is quarterback of the year this year? And it's just like it's the Giants' fault. A lot of memes circulating. It's a great time.
Could be that way.
Wild. I don't know. The only thing I really have to add, I mean, Puka has 333 yards through 3 games and no receiving touchdowns, only scored on a rushing touchdown. So I think that changes this week.
Oh, yeah. I don't think we need to talk about who to start.
Colts defense is good.
Yeah, Colts defense is great, but
Colts
I do think Puka
suspiciously good.
I feel like they're good in fantasy, right? Like they're not like shutting anyone down, in my opinion. Like people are still having.
I mean, Bynum, Cross, Kenny Moore.
I mean, it's good. I'm not doing anything. I
guess it is
fine. Kyron's fine. Dude, Corum actually getting a lot of carries is wild to me. We thought this was going to happen last year. He got like 9 or 10 carries against the Eagles.
So the Colts are allowing 72 rushing yards against them per game. That's
I think
legit.
Kyron's built a little different though. Here, I'm not worried.
No,
about
I was saying that the defense is legit, not that Kyron's a.
No. I get what you're saying.
But
I get what you're saying. I mean, obviously you're not sitting Kyron anyway, but like I just feel like I'm not worried about starting someone against them. Like obviously it would suck if they don't have a good game, but Colts wise, is there anyone besides JT and possibly Daniel Whipcrack Jones that you'd like to put in your lineup? Tyler Warren, I guess, obviously.
I think Tyler Warren, just because you kind of know.
Are we good with Pittman, though?
I think Pittman's earned his spot. Like,
okay,
he's had more hits than misses. I mean, there's only been 3 games, but like, I think that you can't. I don't know. I just feel like you have to ride it until it falls off.
I guess Pittman's
It
worst
definitely
game
feels like it's going to fall off.
It'll come off at some point because Daniel Jones is just built like that. But if we're just going to keep rolling, we might as well just keep rolling.
I feel like you said about the double-digit target situation, like I'd love to see a 10-target game for him. He's catching everything that gets thrown his way, which is amazing. He has 3 incomplete passes to him. But the 6-5 targets, man, like I'm just sitting here like, man, if he doesn't hit one of those, like we're getting sick. We're in the 6 territory, and I don't like that.
Right. No, you're not wrong there. You're not wrong there.
No, you probably start. Sorry, I'm just spitballing here.
I think the Rams win this game.
Colts win this game.
I'm gonna actually go with Billy again. It's the Rams.
I don't know. I hope if the Colts win this one, they're legit. If the Colts win this game, they are a legitimate football team, and we can't make fun of them as much anymore.
I think this is one of the 4 they drop, but honestly, they could be a 12-13 win team. Like if they keep this momentum up. I feel like the Rams are pissed though right now. They're gonna come out and shut this down.
For sure. Okay, let's move on to a random 1-2 matchup for both these teams. I would not have guessed that going into the season. It's the Ravens versus the Chiefs. I think at this point, the problem with the Chiefs is you should be able to start everyone against the Ravens because their defense is ass. It is horrible. Horrible. However, what offensive weapon can you even trust on the Chiefs? That is the problem with starting them. I think you have to, obviously, I think Pacheco and Hunt, I think you can start in a flex capacity. And then Tyquan Thornton, who out of nowhere is having a resurgence.
Worthy practice in full, though. I'm worried about Tyquan because
we'll see. We'll see.
Number one, Worthy did practice, and I believe they said something along the lines of he should play a small amount of targets or something, whatever snaps. So I don't know if you're really playing Worthy. I'm actually not starting. I would not start Tyquan Thornton. I'm worried about that. It's the Hollywood experience, man. We had the 16 targets in game 1.
But it's not.
I can see that.
He's been good. Good is relative.
And I'm not starting Pacheco or Hunt.
He's been for the Chiefs. He's been solid.
Pacheco and Hunt have played 3 games, and neither one has 100 yards. Like, I don't want any part
Well, here's
of
the thing. The Ravens absolutely stink. Like, they stink. They are horrible at defense. Only the Cowboys are worse. Like, this is a literally start everyone thing. David Montgomery just had 150 yards rushing against the Baltimore Ravens.
David Montgomery's better than both these guys.
Yeah, but, I mean, these guys can't get 80 yards.
I don't know, man. They barely have 80 yards.
I mean, Gibbs got what, 70-something? I mean, there was like 200 and something yards rushing.
I'm worried about this run game. I don't understand. The one thing Nagy was decent at was a run game, and now they don't have a pass game. Well, their pass game is actually a little bit better this year, I guess, but they don't have a run game, and I don't know what happened because nothing changed. Like Pacheco's coming off an injury, sure. Kareem Hunt's the exact same guy. You have this young guy, Brashard Smith. You got 3 carries for 5 yards apiece. I don't know what your plan is here.
I'm just saying if you have
Chiefs didn't even deserve their last one.
Baltimore isn't very good, so I think that there's going to be some offense in this game finally for the Chiefs.
Maybe.
Okay. On the Baltimore side of things, Derrick Henry, stop fumbling, please. I know that you're cybernetic and somehow you're having some glitches in the system. But
did you see how mad he was at himself on the sideline?
Yes, he's leads the league in fumbles.
Yeah,
like that's Derrick Henry. He leads the league in fumbles right now. Like that's insane.
Getting 2 games away.
Yeah,
dude. Lamar Jackson's hurt.
Okay.
I don't know. Okay. He was limping after week 2. Right at the end of week 2, he was limping at the end of the game, and I was like, "Man, that sucks. He's hurt." And then no one said anything about it. He came out and played. He got tackled so many times where he would have ran against the Detroit Lions. And no one would have caught him. He's a gazelle. No one's catching him. No. And he just stopped running and got tackled so many times during that game. Lamar Jackson is hurt, and I'm very worried about him going forward with his rushing not being if he's not running.
The only thing that I'll give you in this is that he was waiting at the line of scrimmage, and that's why like 3 of those sacks at least happened, where he was just still trying to make the play, and it was just go run the ball, like go get 6 yards and slide or whatever you need to do. and it felt like he was waiting at the line. So that's unusual for Lamar Jackson. But Lamar Jackson's not the problem with this team. The problem with this team
He's
is
not the
Derrick Henry
problem, but for fantasy, I mean, I'm a little worried against the Chiefs. If he's not going to run, the Chiefs aren't giving up that much through the air. So a little worried about Lamar.
I can see it.
I'm not worried about the Ravens. Derrick Henry doesn't fumble. They're 3-0.
That's actually probably true. Pass catching wise, I think it's kind of going to be a crapshoot every week. I think it does because Isaiah Likely's coming back. So, like, who knows if the Mark Andrews experience is going to go the same way every week? I don't know. I just, like, think it's kind of whack-a-mole a little bit. I mean, you probably have to, like, start Zay Flowers, but, like, you might have a 2-catch for 13-yard dud every now and then. It's just the way of the world.
I think they schemed him out of the game. I don't think you're worried about Zay Flowers. I think that's a fluke at the end of the year. You look at the schedule. You would go, yeah, the Lions really did cut him out.
Because
I will say, rip to the Hopkins touchdown a game train because I was really excited about that. Joe said something about him getting 10 touchdowns this year, and I was like, you're crazy. Pretty sure we got a fireball bet on that, and it was looking like 17 for a second there.
Yep, we got a lot more. We'll be good. Got 14 more chances.
Nah, he's got 10. I think it's Zay Flowers. Obviously, you're playing Derrick Henry and Lamar, and like honestly, outside of that, don't be fooled by this Mark Andrews thing because like even when it's just one of these tight ends, we've seen that Lamar will just like hit whoever he wants.
Yeah,
it'll be Bateman.
Like Rashad Bateman is fool's gold. Like I have him, and I'm like, yeah, finally we got something. And then I'm like, if I start him this week, 2 for 23, that's gonna be it. And I'm gonna be like, great, awesome, glad I played him. I think the Baltimore Ravens win this game though.
100%.
This
Chiefs
is a get right
1-3.
game for the Chiefs.
What I don't even know what a get right game looks like for them.
I'm really interested to see who wins more games, me and Billy or Joe. Because I'm pretty sure outside of the Eagles game, we have picked differently every single time, or Joe has. Outside
almost. Oh yeah, Joe was supposed to pick first that time. Damn. Bears Raiders. I
actually got something to say first.
I'm glad they hid this in the
timeout
window.
I never would have thought this, but Caleb Johnson is a fantasy football QB.
Already got his name wrong.
Caleb Williams, not Johnson.
Yeah, that's how much
he's
dominating.
It's a generic last name. Caleb Williams finally, which I would have never guessed if you told me who QB3 was after 3 weeks, it was going to be Caleb Williams. And he's looking on pace to get that 4,000, dude. Like, I think it might actually – I think I said at the beginning of the year, I think it's going to happen.
If he played the Cowboys every week, he for sure would be there.
Well, it wasn't only the Cowboys. He's played pretty good this year.
It's just the Cowboys just make
this is just a tee-up game for him too, man. Like he gets to just have fun out there. We got Luther Burden finally cooking. That's gonna be fun. I want to see him just officially take over for Zacchaeus because, like,
I will say the problem I have with Luther Burden is some of his touchdowns are just freak things that happen. Like that flea flicker was embarrassing to watch, and it just happened to work. I'm not saying he's a bad receiver. I'm just saying some of his like big plays are just happen to work out. Like
I'm not even gonna hate on what you said because that's exactly what I said about Christian Watson. And I think I was still 100%.
I don't think he's Christian Watson. I don't hate Luther Burden like that. I'm just saying it just feels like some of the times you hate Christian Watson.
See, no, that's the thing is you guys think that I hate the player. I hate the fantasy takes, man. It's the
Joe
Chase
did
Brown.
He hate Christian Watson?
We didn't even talk about Chase Brown yet.
Joe did he hate Christian Watson?
Yeah, he did.
I was about to say. I don't think we can.
This is so funny because I'm not Joe. I don't wish leukemia on people like he does. Like,
oh my god! All right, on to. I think Genty is actually coming back with a force against this Bears defense. I think this
is the Ashton Genty breakout game, dude.
I think this is the Genty breakout game. Did you see the stat that he has 134 yards total and 135 of them are like after he's gotten touched?
Oh yeah,
that's how bad the whole line is, and people are like, "He's a bust," and it's like, yeah, their O line is that bad. They're historically bad, and they only got him because he can rush through getting touched once. But like, it's been rough. But I think this is a good chance for him. And then Jacoby Myers is a full-fledged RB or wide receiver 1 for the rest of the season, I think. I like it.
Yeah.
Gino's slinging it a lot, and Jacoby's been eating.
Yeah. And then the Trey Tucker thing. Who thought that pairing the number one deep ball accuracy quarterback with a deep ball wide receiver was going to be a good idea? I mean,
For sure.
it's
Love
pretty
that.
awesome. He has 17 targets through 2 weeks. He's not going to score 3 touchdowns every week, but it'd be cool to have him on your bench. He's going to be like a bye week darling.
Yeah, I think Trey Tucker's a scam. I just feel like the second you play him, it's the Juwan Jennings effect or the whatever insert wide receiver who had 3 good games and then you put him in. I'm worried about it because I feel like a lot of people rush to get him in redraft leagues that are 10-man leagues. And I'm like, what are you going to do with that? Like, you're never putting him in over the wide receivers that are in your roster. Like, it'd be really nice to have that 3 touchdown game, but I just feel like you're never picking correctly. Taysom Hill would be more accurate. Like, trying to play Taysom Hill at the right time over the years has been one of
I lost Lamb and Connor, so I'll be starting Trey Tucker this week. I'll be there with you guys.
Love that for you, man. Against your own team, too.
How worried are we about Brock Bowers?
Not
worried.
Top.
Because week one, it was old Brock Bowers. Last 2 weeks, not been the Brock Bowers that you paid for if you got him in the second round.
I just think this goes back to the whole don't draft a tight end in the second round game.
I agree. I'm just saying, kind of
at the end of the day, I don't have it in front of me, but he's probably tight end 6 still. Like, I mean, it's like he still has plenty of room to be what you drafted him to be. I mean, it's the Raiders. This whole
he's no Tucker Kraft, but yeah, that's true.
Is Tucker Kraft number 1 right now?
Probably. I don't know. I'll pull it up real quick.
Jake Ferguson, actually. Juwan Johnson is number 2, which is wild. Brock Bowers is number 8 right now on the season.
Tight ends don't matter. Can we just be honest? Tight ends do not matter. Like, we play this game every year, and we're like, tight ends, the cheat code, yada, yada. They don't matter. They don't matter, and they never will.
It's always so even. The only time it was different was when Kelsey was scoring 100 points more than the next one. That's whenever that was like amazing. 100%. And that's why I didn't buy into Laporta the next year when he was being drafted in the 3rd round. I didn't buy into Bowers being drafted in the 2nd round because this is what happens is he's going to end up finishing tight end 3 and tight end 1's going to have like 15 more points than him. And he's going to be drafted in the 7th round.
Mm-hmm. It's true. It's true.
Crazy. By the way, I don't think we're out of the woods on DJ Moore just yet. Like, he was so wide open on that touchdown.
I've benched him.
You should have. You absolutely should have. But, I mean, everyone just, like, he scored the touchdown. He had a couple other catches there, and everyone's like, all right, sweet, DJ Moore's back. DJ Moore's not back. No one was around him for that touchdown. It is Rome Odunze and whoever the hell else catches a football that day.
I mean, 100%. Let's just put it this way. Luther Burden had 1 good fantasy game. I know we have like kick return yards in some of these leagues, and I'm like looking at the ranking. Number 3 on the year, Rome Odunze. Luther Burden, 41. DJ Moore, 47. So like we're not. That's the problem here. Is like it's even if he has a big game, like I just don't think it's gonna be consistent. I think we saw what Rome's gonna be. He's gonna be consistent. He's the new Keenan Allen. He's getting his 6-7 targets, 8 targets a game. So.
Yep, kind of wild. I'm gonna vote for your Bears, Joe, but I don't feel good about it.
It's the Raiders.
I think, honestly, I think this is gonna be such a good game. Like, not because the Bears are bad by any means, but I just think that the Raiders can play against the Bears defense. Actually, will actually have a chance to like utilize their weapons, i.e., Bowers and Genty.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Genty is going absolutely nuclear this week.
And I think the Raiders will be best when they can actually use Genty correctly. Like when, and not like this isn't like a deep thing. It's just more of like when they play a bad run defense team, Genty can have a good game. I think that's when we see like the Raiders actually look like a football team.
Agree with that. All right, Sunday Night Football, Packers versus the Cowboys. Josh, what Cowboy do you feel good about right now?
I'm so excited to hear about Micah Parsons the entire time. I know he's not a Cowboy, but we're going to talk about Micah Parsons. Here's a guy, because we got Chris Collinsworth calling this game.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboy that I'm looking forward to seeing. Javonte Williams, which I would have never said that is the only Cowboy I'm looking forward to seeing, which is just wild to me. I know the Packers defense is pretty good. Javante's got the workload, man. I always kind of figured he would. I mean, until he gives it up, I don't think that there's any way to not start him in any matchup. CD's out. So
Ferguson too.
Ferguson. Oh, sorry. My apologies. Yeah, you're right.
13 catches last week.
Yeah, no, I started him.
Yeah, 14 targets. It's kind of nuts.
Picked him up off the waiver wire, which was very helpful for me. But yeah, no. Yeah, you're right. Ferguson takes over any targets that CD was going to get. Honestly, Pickens is still fine too. I'm looking forward to the deep Turpin grabs, because if your team has kick returns and he's still doing kick returns, he's been averaging about 50 yards in kick returns, and not to mention now the bigger role on offense. He's actually low key put up like really good numbers for leagues that count kick return yards. So I'm assuming he still maintains that duty, because like how are you going to change that? And Debo's return kicks. So yeah, my apologies. There is Pickens and Jake Ferguson. I'm not super excited about Pickens, because we saw this last year with Pickens where he was the only guy and didn't really do great. So I'm actually fading him, still starting him, but like fading what expectations you have for him to take over the CD role.
All right.
I think Dak will turn around eventually. I hate to say it, but
that's the problem. With what?
I mean, he's going to get on the same page as Pickens eventually. They've missed a lot.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I'm like, man, I don't know. This offense, they're literally starting a wide receiver from SEMO, and he played last week.
I wish.
Brian Schottenheimer can go straight to hell.
2 catches.
Nice.
For putting CeeDee Lamb in the backfield.
Yeah, no kidding.
Why the hell would you do that? God, it pisses me off so much.
Yeah, I hate to see
CeeDee Lamb's built like spaghetti, dude. He's not a DJ Moore or Deebo Samuel or whoever the hell else you want to put
not. Definitely not. And then on the Packers side of the equation, it's kind of an all systems go kind of thing, because the Cowboys are absolutely terrible. So Jordan Love, Josh Jacobs, I think you're good to play. Matthew Golden, good spot there. Tucker Kraft, good. And I even think like Romeo Dubs I'm good with.
No, that's where you lost me. I mean, you almost lost me at Golden, I'm not going to lie.
Do you watch the Cowboys? Have you seen them play?
I understand, but
like, other than your offensively challenged Eagles, everyone else is taking a frying pan to their head. Like,
let's just forget about matchup. When are you ever starting Romeo Dobbs?
Against the Cowboys, because they're the worst defense in the NFL?
Okay, then you don't start Romeo Dobbs. If that's the only time you're starting him,
I'm a matchup based guy. Like if I see
I'm a matchup based guy as well. But if you're going to start him against one team and one team only, and that's the only time you're ever going to put Romeo Dobbs in, you're not putting Romeo Dobbs on your roster. You have better wide receivers.
If he's been sitting on my bench, this would be the one time I'd be like, you know what?
He shouldn't be sitting on your bench. Not in redraft. Dynasty, sure. You need a roster spot, but
he could be on redraft. He's the wide receiver 2 there right now.
Okay.
I know you hate the
Packers. Matthew Golden doesn't do it this week.
No, it's not. Babe, I'm sorry. This is wild, dude. 5 targets, 4 targets, 2 targets.
I mean, fair enough. This is the 1 week, though. The Cowboys stink.
Oh, the one week. I just can't believe that. I don't even play Golden in, honestly. I don't trust Golden at this point either.
No, if Matthew Golden does not do it this week, I'm fine with dropping him in a redraft. This Packers wide receiver shit.
Well, it has to be this week. It has to be this week, because this is the worst defense to play. Like if
it doesn't happen this week, it's not going to happen, ladies and gentlemen.
Also, Jordan Love will be on notice if he doesn't do good against this defense.
They're not going to do anything with Jordan Love. I mean, although it would be cool to see Malik Neighbor.
We'll give the first week with the Eagles, we'll give that a pass. There was a lot of emotions running high. It was a division game, Thursday Night Football. We're going to let that one go. The other 2 games against the Cowboys have just been brutal. Like to watch, because they're just been Russ threw for 400 yards. Like I don't know. I get
what you're saying. I'm not trusting a one and done kind of player to be on my lineup. Like just for this one game, unless I need the fill in. Like I'm not just like replacing someone.
Caleb Williams looked like Tom Brady last week. It was just like, what are we doing here? He might be good. I don't know. I think the Packers win this game.
Packers.
I'm gonna say it. Let's say it's the
There's
Cowboys.
no way you're picking the Cowboys. Oh my God, you're just a D1.
I don't actually want either of these teams to win. I hope they all die.
Okay, fair enough. All right, speaking of death, Jets Dolphins for the first Monday Night Football game. I don't want to watch this game. I'm gonna be honest with you. Tyrod Taylor stinks at football.
Well, Fields might be back.
If Fields is back,
still struggling.
Is he?
This would be interesting, but I don't think he's going to be back, and I don't feel good about this whole team.
I do want to touch on this Fields thing because if we're waiting, if we still don't know by Sunday morning, just start whoever other quarterback you have. Do not, unless you have Bo Nix, you could consider it, but just start someone else because Fields is he's still struggling with the concussion protocol. It's been a week and a half. He's probably going to miss another week, so just do that.
Probably right about that.
I was sitting there like, well, there's two other quarterbacks playing that day, and then I thought about who they were, and I was like, never mind, you're right. Unless you have Bo Nix. If you have Bo Nix,
nobody's starting Tua and Jake Browning. Wow,
I just realized who the two quarterbacks were.
Shocked and appalled by what Jake Browning did last week.
Can they figure out how to get Kirk Cousins on their team? Like pay half the salary or something? Oh, they don't have any money. Never mind.
I guess they could. I was about to say they could try to work something out, but I doubt it. As for what we can expect from this game, the Breece Hall experience is a weird one to live through because, like, last week was such a good spot to be good against the Tampa Bay Bucks, and he just didn't look great. He had one run for 17 yards, and then he had 8 other runs for 4 yards. And then Braylon Allen's not any better. So there's like no – I don't know. I don't know what to make of how this team's doing their business.
I think it's just no one's scared of Tyrod Taylor, so they just stack the box. I think this is a different offense.
He was the best runner on the team.
I think if you can afford to sit Breece Hall until Fields is back, I think you do that. I mean,
the thing is they're playing Miami, which is
it's a good matchup. It's a good matchup,
so
and if you have to, or you think, I'm personally going to sit him. I have better options. I just am not. I
feel like Breece and Garrett Wilson are probably the only Jets I feel comfortable playing right now. Just
for sure,
straight away.
Fortunately, I was smart enough to not play him in this matchup. The Breece experience is, like you said, it's tough, but I think with Fields, it's fun.
It is fun. Yeah, exactly. With him, it's fun. But like right now, I guess like even the usage, it's like, how do you make sense of that? I don't get it.
I was proud of Garrett Wilson for getting as many targets from Tyrod.
Tyrod knows who the best player is.
Yeah, but most backup quarterbacks don't, unfortunately.
That's true. They just dump to the tight end and call it good.
Mm-hmm.
What Dolphins do you all feel good about right now? Because other than the chain,
Tyreek,
still Achane,
Waddle.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So here's what is Waddle a guy? Can we trust Waddle?
I think he's doing the dance again. The first touchdown he scored this year, he didn't do the Waddle dance. The second one he did.
It's weird.
He's good to go. I think Waddle's back.
Good to go is like I think he's a flex play. Like I'm not.
Okay,
I'm
he's
not
a flex.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You say good to go, like it makes it sound like wide receiver 2 to me. Like I'm just trying to read this. This is like This is a debate on everyone's team right now. If you have Jalen Waddle, you have someone else. Say you picked up Keenan Allen, so you have 2 good receivers. You have Keenan Allen and I'm trying to think of someone more consistent. You have JSN and Keenan Allen, and then you got Waddle and I don't even know Breece Hall. You're sitting there like, who's my flex play? Like you're like, could go either way. Love to see Tua throw for more than 150 yards, but I guess considering he got almost a third of his yardage, that's pretty decent. But this was the Bills as well, so
I just don't think the Jets are that much of a problem for him.
So, yeah.
I do want to talk about this Ollie Gordon love because I've seen him picked up everywhere, which he absolutely should be. You're not starting him yet. This is we'll see. I don't think Achane lost anything. Like you can't take anything away from Achane, especially the targets. But at the end of the day, like, Ollie Gordon probably should be rostered everywhere because if there was ever an injury or something, God forbid, or if the workload does increase, you're ready. But let's not be starting Ollie Gordon just yet.
For sure.
Dolphins.
The Dolphins, sure.
Yeah, I mean,
wow. I truthfully don't know.
At least one of these teams will get a win.
That's actually true. Yeah, one of them is going to be 1-3. All right, on to this disgusting game. That's second is the Bengals versus the Broncos. And
can I make this one really easy?
Okay, I love that, Joe. What do you got?
All right, I'm really excited for the Broncos. I'm really not excited for the Bengals. But I'm sure the
100%.
Broncos are going to figure out how to make this one a nail biter. I'm 100% sure of it.
So the first
true.
doubleheader Monday Night Football game, we had a 6:30 and a 9:30. And while that was a California team, this is a Denver team. I feel like for some reason this game was originally scheduled at 9:30, but then they saw how bad these four teams were on the Monday night slate, and they're like, "Fuck it, just overlap them."
Yeah, no kidding.
It doesn't
One
matter.
of them we don't care. I do like that they put this one on ABC and the other one on ESPN because like this one might be a little bit more interesting, but I don't know how you feel good about starting a Bengal right now. Like, I know you're going to start Jamar Chase. You can't feel good about it, especially in this matchup. Like, I don't think Browning's going to be able to get the ball to him as much. You're definitely out on Chase Brown, and you're definitely out on T. Higgins. Like, I don't think you can start either of those dudes in this game, much less anyone else.
I think you can start T because I assume that Chase is going to be uncertain. So.
Yeah, I think T is unfortunately startable. I don't like it, but I think he's unfortunately
You have to get him
startable.
the ball. That's the problem. And Jake Browning doesn't seem interested in doing that. The Vikings are not that good of a defense to make them look like the 85 Bears.
I want Billy and Joe to apologize to all of you guys for telling you guys that Chase Brown was a good draft pick in the third round.
It's not. If you're going to tell me this bad of an O-line is going to exist with this bad of a quarterback, then yeah, I would have told you don't do Chase Brown.
He was bad. He was bad to start the season. Anyway, I do want to talk about one guy.
Bad.
Yeah, 100%. One guy, another guy who I'm just kind of sitting here thinking about in my like not flex play, but more like bench spot / really, really deep league. Marvin Mims, fun pickup to have. Hasn't done much on offense yet. 10 catches, 40 yards, and a touchdown, 3 games. So fun fact about him is he's one of those kick returners. And with this new kick return rule, like if you have any league that has kick return yards, you are getting some points from this guy. One big touchdown and those kick return points can yield you something. And he's been yielding pretty decent results just in the kick return game and as like 1 catch, 1 touchdown type situation. So if this guy ever does become more involved, I think he deserves a roster spot. I just one of those deep stashes. I'm not saying start him. Please don't. I'd love to see it work. If you're in a super deep league and you're desperate, sure. But just a little fun fact. Outside of that, I don't really like the Broncos outside of J.K. Dobbins and Bo Nix.
Sutton.
I don't like Sutton right now. I like him in this matchup. I don't like Sutton. 13 catches through 3 games.
Where you at, but Bo Nix also has not been great. So
no, he hasn't. He's actually looking a little bit better through the last couple of games, but it started out a little rough.
I will say, I hope that the Broncos can run the score up enough in this one that we can see RJ Harvey. Like all the games have been so close for up to now for them that it's been JK. I'm just hoping that like we can get some fourth quarter RJ Harvey so we can get a good look at him.
I hope we go back to the initial thought of that the Broncos make this a game the whole time because I'm starting Bo Nix, so I'm gonna need those points, man. I need him to play a little game.
I can't believe you're starting Bo Nix.
I have Bo Nix and Kyler Murray. What am I supposed to do here?
Boggles my mind. Yeah, I guess that's true. That was just
Thursday night. I'm not trying to stare at Kyler Murray.
You should have listened to Joe, and because he's the quarterback guru.
Where did he rank those guys? I didn't think to look at his ranks first. You know,
that's on you. That's on you.
That's on you.
Yeah. Broncos are winning this game. Bengals fire them into the sun. Let's just can they just forfeit the games and just start over next season?
Dude, this is actually, we talk about the 49ers injury issues, man. The Bengals. It's not that there's injury issues, it's a Joe Burrow.
It's one guy. It's literally just Joe Burrow's made of glass. It's like
Joe
Burrow's made of glass.
Joe literally went to a Super Bowl 4 years ago, probably the last season he was fully healthy for. Yeah. It's like you know he's probably on trajectory. I guess he didn't do it last year, but he's on trajectory to at least make the playoffs or damn near close. And then what he can do, and honestly, he's the only one who can beat the Chiefs in the AFC, in the playoffs. Yeah. So we kind of need Joe Burrow to get healthy, man. You need to figure it out.
And the craziest thing is it's only ligament injuries.
Yeah.
Like his ligaments are made of Lappy Taffy. I don't know what the hell they're made of.
Well, they also just have a terrible O-line. And
dude, the turf toe situation was such a dude. He could have just thrown the ball away, or I don't know, went down. It was such a drag. I watched it happen. I thought it was I thought it was ankle, but that turf toe being a grade 3 turf toe injury is wild, dude.
I think what's crazy about this team is the Bengals defense really isn't that bad. Like we thought they were going to be terrible, but like they scored 48 points, but 2 of those were from pick sixes, right? Like I don't think it's that bad. And like the Jaguars, Browning threw 3 interceptions, so like that got them a lot of points.
Yeah, he was playing catch up the whole time too. Like
he was, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think the defense is that bad. I think it's literally just the O-line. Like, they just need to fix the O-line. Keep Joe Burrow.
Please get Jamar Chase, Jameis Winston. Like, please.
That'd be nice.
Ooh, speaking of, what are we doing here?
Yeah, that's crazy. Well,
even Russell Wilson on this team would be an upgrade.
What's also crazy is that Jamar Chase had, 15 targets last week, and then this week, non-existent against the Vikings, just like not even a thing. So I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens, but it's not going to get easier. They play the Lions next week, which has a really good pass rush for poor Jake Browning, and then after that, they play the Packers and the Steelers.
The Broncos. I will say, I'm gonna pick the Broncos to win this game, but I will say that this is slight trap game for the Broncos. Like I think the Bengals, like you said, the Bengals defense isn't half bad. Bo Nix has been struggling. Honestly, no one outside of J.K. Dobbins has really done anything like special. So, I mean, on the offense.
If they force feed Jamar Chase, that's a win. Like that's how you win this game.
Play.
Just force feed Jamar Chase.
And
but
poor Jamar Chase managers who have to sit here and wait until Monday night to know if Jamar Chase can score them 11 points and thinking well, surely he can. And like then there's going to be mental gymnastics from Sunday night football to Monday night football, and you're just going to be playing. Can he? Can he get 10 points? Like,
right. Well,
I'll say I don't know.
Exactly right. All right. Well, that wraps week 4 of the NFL slate. Actually, not a bad slate. There's some duds in there, but I think we kind of are getting a vibe of who's who. Like, let's just pray that there's no more devastating injuries. Like, I just can't, especially from quarterbacks, by the way. Like, we just need to stop losing quarterbacks. I'm good on the losing of quarterbacks.
Well, sadly to Joe Burrow, fortunately, most of the quarterbacks haven't been season long. It's just been Joe Burrow for.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm just like sick of bad quarterback play.
Yeah, that does kind of target the game, but I'm tired of losing running backs, man. That position was already pretty thin, man. We've lost a lot of good running backs to the season already, and so that's really sad to see. But I mean, let's just have an injury-free week of football, or at least if someone sprains their ankle, sure, that's fine. But like, let's not be losing people for the season. I want to watch some of these guys play football, whether I like them or not.
I think the Cardinals should. I don't know how they would have done this proactively, but they should have taken Bigsby from Jacksonville. I just feel like that would have been a really good spot for them.
On the Eagles right now.
On Philly, yeah. It's like, wow, okay, they have him. But, I mean, that would have been perfect to snag him to come be the replacement. But I don't know.
Dameon Pierce. Problem solved.
That's true. That could be Dameon Pierce. Not a bad thought because it looks like he's not going to be over Woody Marks. Another one gets over him.
Dude, I don't know why they hate Dameon Pierce so much. He needs to be off that team.
It's shocking that they haven't gotten rid of him based on how much they clearly hate him. It's kind of weird. All right, that's all we got this week, boys. We're almost on to week 5 already, which is just wild. But let's get through week 4 first. We're almost quarter way through the season. It sucks.
It's so sad how fast it goes. We wait for this all year, and then all of a
sudden wait all year, and then we sit here and do this. But all right,
ready a month.
Joe, get us out of here.
Good night, fam.